For centuries, the Egyptian pyramids have left modern researchers deeply perplexed. Not only because of the deeply buried secrets and the mysteries shrouding everything around, but also the reason why the ancient Ai-Qub people built such impressive structures. At the Giza Pyramid Complex, beside the three largest pyramids that still stand today, there is still much evidence proving the existence of another great pyramid. The mysterious Black Pyramid has inexplicably vanished somewhere on the Giza Plateau. But why haven't we been able to discover the Black Pyramid until now? What terrible secret lies within, erased entirely from the pages of history? Across the vast white sand deserts of Ai-Qub, as many as 118 pyramids, large and small, still stand tall to this day. Today, people often focus only on the three largest pyramids in the Giza complex, including the Great Pyramid of Khufu. Khafre and Menkaure are not only perfectly aligned with each other on the ground, they are also aligned with the three stars in Orion's belt. However, among the ancient texts that remain, there is another preserved work. The three main pyramids on the Giza Plateau are aligned in a straight line, one of which is called the Black Pyramid. However, in reality, almost no one knows of its existence. The Black Pyramid was first discovered around the mid-18th century. Many Danish captains and explorers, including Frederick Nodin. Frederick Nodin is hailed as the genius of the era, because he enrolled at the Danish Naval Academy when he was just 14 years old. When humanity's level of science and technology was still underdeveloped, accurately restoring the map stroke by stroke will greatly aid explorers in their journey of discovery. And Nodin was bestowed a priceless gift by the Creator. That's an innate talent for mapmaking. Talent caught the king. Shortly after, in 1737, he was sent by the King of Denmark on a journey to uncover the mysteries from Ethiopia, through Egypt, all the way to Sudan. Nodin will represent the king in the lands he passes through, conduct observations, record, and describe what has been seen, including people, monuments, and architectural structures depicted on the map. The expedition led by Nodin arrived in Egypt in June 1737. However, the journey ahead awaiting them was far from smooth. As they ventured further south, the weather suddenly took a sharp turn for the worse, and shortly after, the expedition's ship encountered trouble. But the very risks of the expedition turned into a stroke of luck for Nodin, making that story a legend passed down through the ages. When the entire group got stuck in Egypt, Nodin had more time to observe and record interesting things around him with meticulously hand-drawn maps. At that time, Nodin's records were entirely groundbreaking, far surpassing the understanding of contemporary Europeans. When the expedition returned in 1738, the maps drawn by Nodin were widely disseminated across the continent where he lived. Nodin's discoveries and experiences, along with his meticulously hand-drawn maps, were later compiled and published in a book titled Voyage to Egypt at the Nubi *, roughly translated as * Journey to Egypt. This book contains data that has utterly astonished researchers. On page 120, Nodin describes a strange pyramid, one that has never appeared in human knowledge before. Specifically, he mentioned that in the southeastern area of East Giza, there are four most prominent pyramids. We have discovered an additional 7 to 8 pyramids in the nearby area, but none can compare to the four main pyramids. The two largest pyramids are located in the north, standing about 150 meters tall and arranged perpendicular to each other. The remaining two pyramids, though more modest in height, possess their own unique features that leave people in awe. Nodin expressed admiration while meticulously describing the fourth main pyramid, emphasizing that it lacked the outer stone casing or copper cladding found on the other pyramids. However, its distinguishing feature compared to other pyramids lies in the top section. The top part is crafted from a large monolithic stone block, appearing as if it were meant to serve as a pedestal. The fourth pyramid was constructed from a type of black stone with hardness surpassing that of ordinary granite. Moreover, this pyramid appears to stand apart from the others, positioned farther to the right. Notably, in Nodin's description, there are four pyramids aligned in a straight line, not just three as we commonly know today. At first glance, it may seem absurd, yet Nodin affirmed this in his own notes and the maps he personally drew. There stands a mysterious and magnificent black pyramid on the Giza Plateau. However, many scientists currently disagree with this viewpoint. They believe it was all just a misunderstanding by the Danish explorer. and such a pyramid has never truly existed in history. Many debates have erupted over Nodin's records. Most people still believe he made an observational error when identifying some auxiliary structures in Giza as Black Pyramids. Some others suspect that Nodin may have confused the satellite pyramids surrounding the three main structures with the Black Pyramid. However, this is not contradictory because Nodin accurately described that the pyramid was built with a type of stone harder than granite. The satellite pyramids were all built with granite stone. The naked eye may be deceived, but misidentifying the material is unacceptable. Therefore, there's no way Nodin could forget the presence of the satellite pyramids. Because he himself affirmed that no structure could rival the four main pyramids. Before Nodin's records were published, Europeans had only vague knowledge of Akkad or the mysterious pyramids, primarily through ancient texts, scriptures, or the imagination of historians. Thus, Akkad remains the unending dream they have always cherished. And it seems that Nodin was not the first to mention the Black Pyramid on the Giza Plateau. In 1674, not long before, the Dutch explorer Cornelis de Bruyten embarked on the legendary journey of his life. Over 20 years of exploring the lands of West Asia and North Africa, he accumulated a wealth of knowledge and deep insights into the people and architecture of the places his expedition visited. In 1698, upon returning to Europe, Bruyten published a book documenting his fascinating journey with vivid illustrations. The book left contemporaries in awe of never-before-seen breathtaking scenes. What Bruyten wrote changed how Europeans viewed new lands, including Akkad. Though not the first to arrive in Akkad, Bruyten was the one who stayed the longest, taking time to observe the people and scenery there even before Nodin. In the past, Europeans would usually only stop by Akkad on their way to the Holy Land, not staying as long as Bruyten did. He was the first to sketch the internal structure of the pyramid, as well as meticulously describe the self-referential inscriptions, something that left many people utterly astonished. Bruyten and Nodin, two individuals from vastly different countries, with no connection between them, yet both recorded their observations of the highlands in identical ways, despite never exchanging any communication. According to many of Bruyten's records, there are not just 3 but as many as 4 main pyramids on this mysterious plateau. Could both explorers have foolishly misunderstood a pyramid that doesn't even exist on this planet? How to accurately count the number of pyramids on the Giza Plateau? If the Black Pyramid truly once existed, then where is it now, while the other 3 pyramids still stand tall under the blazing sun? Many theories suggest that over time, the Black Pyramid may have been destroyed by humans in the early 18th century to serve the construction of the nearby city of Cairo. However, many believe that the remnants of this pyramid may still be buried beneath the dense sands of the Akkad Desert. Whichever hypothesis turns out to be correct, if the Black Pyramid truly exists, many mysteries are certain to be uncovered along with it. Therefore, for many centuries, scientists have tirelessly pursued the search, but to this day, no significant clues have been found. The journey to unravel the mystery of the Black Pyramid faces many challenges due to the lack of research materials on this structure. Information about this mysteriously vanished pyramid is now only scattered in the records of a few explorers and some other ancient texts. However, everything changed as science and technology advanced by leaps and bounds. Since the beginning of the 21st century, satellite technology has become widespread, enabling scientists to survey land from thousands of miles away. Machines have enabled humans to access promising research sites that were previously unexplorable. Scientists have applied modern technology to uncover the mysteries of Egypt. An ancient Egyptian settlement hidden deep underground has just been discovered and awaits exploration. These things alone are enough to show that much of the truth about ancient Egypt still lies buried beneath the desert sands. At the end of 2020, historians and archaeologists launched an excavation project in a desert near Lusso. Beneath the desert sands, what they discovered left them so astonished they couldn't help but cry out. When the thick layer of sand was brushed away, stacked bricks emerged, gradually forming sturdy walls before the excavation team's eyes. Not long after, the vast image of a city gradually appeared before their eyes, with walls dividing complete rooms. Additionally, the archaeological team uncovered a large number of everyday household items. This is likely the largest ancient city ever discovered in Egypt to date. This city was built during the reign of one of the greatest pharaohs of ancient Egypt. King Amenhotep Datam was the ninth ruler of the 18th dynasty, reigning from 1391 to 1353 BC. This is the largest administrative and industrial settlement of the New Kingdom of Egypt, located on the west bank of the city of Luxor. This ancient city consists of three main areas: the royal palace of King Amenhotep Datam, the pilgrimage center, and the industrial district of the empire. Partition walls are one of the rare architectural elements in ancient Egyptian architecture, primarily appearing during the late 18th dynasty. Many molds used for producing amulets and intricately decorated details were also found. This is evidence of large-scale decorative item production within the city, serving both temples and tombs. The Lost Golden City. According to Egyptian archaeologists, the discovery of this ancient city will help us better understand the lives of ancient Egyptians. Peak when humanity. But historians didn't stop there. They uncovered even more fascinating discoveries. Deeper excavations in this area will help uncover the truth about what happened 3,500 years ago, possibly even further back in time. Time passes, old tales fade into oblivion, and the truth, through countless retellings, slowly turns into elusive legends. In the 19th century, archaeologists recorded an important discovery. That is the story carved on the walls of the ancient temple, built in times long past. The story recounts the ancient Egyptian sea voyage to a mysterious land existing somewhere in the universe. But what connection do those who have spent their entire lives in the desert have with the vast ocean? The story gradually faded into obscurity as the scientific community deemed it not to be an authentic historical event. But that also makes modern humans ponder the mysteries of ancient times. Let's turn back time to the 5th century BC. According to the records of the ancient Greek historian Herodotus, he personally witnessed a mysterious underground labyrinth during his journey to Egypt. The winding and tangled paths from one room to another, from one courtyard to the next. To me, it was truly an absolute marvel. Each room was separated by sturdy stone walls. The walls were entirely covered with all kinds of carved patterns. Passing through the rooms are wide courtyards paved with white marble, exuding a pristine elegance, bordered by a row of neatly trimmed trees. At that time, Herodotus's words received hardly any attention. People have always believed that the existence of a mysterious Egyptian labyrinth was nothing more than a fantasy. Perhaps it only exists in legendary tales. Therefore, the information provided by the Greek historian has been firmly refuted by many other scholars. By 2008, the use of ground-penetrating radar to explore the Raqq Desert, located about 80 kilometers south of Cairo, left archaeologists utterly astonished. Scientists have confirmed the discovery of ancient Egypt's greatest labyrinth after uncovering underground structures. And not a few believe this is the last remnant of the Black Pyramid, something thought to exist only in legend. However, for an unknown reason, the Egyptian authorities banned the publication of these findings. As a result, the excavation had to be halted midway, and everything gradually faded into oblivion. The question arises: if clues about a great labyrinth have been uncovered, why hasn't it received more attention and thorough research? Could this be the hidden truth, one powerful enough to rewrite the entire course of human history? To this day, no definitive answer has been found. Despite centuries of archaeological research, there remains an undeniable truth. Egypt remains an eternal enigma in the flow of history, with its Black Pyramids and the legends of the Giza Plateau forever stirring humanity's awe whenever mentioned. Remember the notes of the Danish explorer, Neuden. The Black Pyramid was constructed from a type of black stone with hardness surpassing that of ordinary granite. In ancient Egyptian culture, black granite symbolized rebirth. Mo Den. Beneath the earth, the sun will rise again as if reborn after a long night of disappearance. Therefore, this type of stone is often used to craft coffins and precious artifacts inside the pyramids. So why did people build such a massive black pyramid out of this stone? Could that black pyramid conceal such a profound meaning that nothing else could replace it? Perhaps the ancient Egyptians feared that ordinary pyramids would fade under the sun. Under harsh weather conditions, people built a unique pyramid using black stone. And perhaps, they hoped this pyramid would revive like the sun rising each day. Though wealth and gain may vanish into the endless flow of time, at some point, it will reappear whole and complete, just as it was in the beginning. Do you believe the Black Pyramid will once again reveal itself to humanity? Where is this magnificent pyramid now, if it ever existed? Perhaps it too lies buried, along with countless mysteries of ancient Egypt, deep beneath the earth. We all know one thing. There are still countless structures yet to be discovered by humanity. Perhaps the remnants of this magnificent pyramid are also lying there. In life, those who are fortunate will awaken and recognize their own radiant brilliance, revealing to the world that ancient Egypt still holds countless mysteries. And the journey to uncover the true history of Egypt still has a long way to go. To this day, researchers have yet to discover any traces of a massive Black Pyramid on the Giza Plateau. But that doesn't mean it never existed. Perhaps in just a few more years, when archaeological science makes new breakthroughs, humanity will uncover the mystery of the vanished Black Pyramid on the vast Giza Plateau. And perhaps then, the history of ancient Egypt, even the history of humanity, would witness unimaginably profound transformations.